hearer of the word, but a doer, you're going to see your gifts multiply. And the Bible also says that your gifts and talents will make room for you. Your gifts and talents will bring you before kings. What you have is enough. It's just time for you to start using that one. Don't worry about, well, I can do this, I can do that. What can you start with today on that one? What can you start doing? Okay, you can bake. Let's start a little small bakery. Let's start selling cupcakes. Let's start selling cakes and pies. Let's start with just something simple. Okay, let's start a business there. You can bake. Let's just start. Don't worry about trying to open up a bakery. Let's just see if we can sell 12 cupcakes. Let's just see if we can sell 12 cakes. Let's see if we can sell 12 pies. Let's start there, and then 12 will multiply into what? 24, and 24, 48. Let's just see if we can just get 12 of them. So let's see if we can get. Oh, you build websites. Let's get one customer. Got one. Let's multiply it by 2. Come on now, let's do 4. Okay. You do events. Let's get our events set. Okay. Let's get at least one event going. Okay, and then let's double and multiply it into 2. Okay. What is your talent? What is your gift? Start with that one. And last but not least, I remember I said I wasn't going to be long. I'm trying not to be long with it. But last but not least, tip number 3 is grow your mind capacity. Grow your mind capacity. What do you mean by that, Chichi? What I mean is get to know more, first of all, about yourself. And then get to know more about the skills that you need to develop in order to grow the talent that you have. You may need to add some skill to the talent. It's okay. YouTube University is there for you. It's free. You don't have to go anywhere. You got the same mobile phone everybody else. You can pick up YouTube on your phone and you can learn a skill to help continue to develop that talent or make that talent greater. What skills do you need to learn to add more value to the talent you have? Right? What don't you know? Most of the time people don't know this, but it's not really that you don't know. It's like, it's not that you can't do the business. It's just something that you don't know that somebody else knows. That's all. That's what separates you from the people that are multimillionaires. That separates you from the people that are doing great businesses. That's what separates you. It's just something that you don't know. Okay? But once you learn that simple thing you don't know, you're going to take off. You're going to. But it's just something you just don't know right. Okay? So what are the skills you need to develop? Think about that. To help the people you have come here to serve. Remember, you have not come here for you. You have come here to serve others. You have come here to use your gifts and talents to reach out to others. Why? Because by you allowing your light to shine, you're going to allow others' light to shine. You're giving them permission to say, hey, if she can do it, I can do it. And I can teach someone else to do it. And then they're going to teach somebody else to do it. And guess what? Before you know it, you're going to have a train of people that you're going to look down and say, wow, these are the people that I've been able to bless. These are the people that I've been able to help. These are the people that I didn't know that this one little thing will cause all of this. Yes. Yes. This one thing that you got started, this one thing, your one gift, that whole line of people that's been waiting on you. You didn't reach all of them, you just reached one, and the other reached 2, and the other reached 4, and the other reached 8. But you started. You started. So just remember that you need to develop that skill. It's just something that you may not have, that you may have to take that talent, rub it off a little bit, get it shined up. You may have to learn something that's going to really push you to give it that oomph, but that's okay. YouTube University. That's why it's there. So when you understand more, 1, about yourself, and then 2, about the skills that you need to develop along the way, to add more value to that talent and gift that you have, then you are going to see yourself soar. You're going to see your mindset soar. I mean, that means take off, because you're going to develop a love for learning. And learning does not mean, oh, I read it one time and now I got it. Learning doesn't mean, well, I read that book now. No, learning means mastery. Like my mentor, Myron Golden, says, learning means mastery. When you have mastered something, what do you mean? When you can unconsciously do something without having to think about it. Just like you're driving, right? That you have mastered a location. If you know how to get to that location, you know how to go home, right? You get in your car, wherever you are, you can go home. You mastered driving home. You don't even have to think about it. Well, that's the same thing that we have to do when it comes down to our gifts and talents and skills. We have to master it. Okay? And how do we master it? By doing it over and over and over and over again. By practicing that skill, by doing that talent, by doing that thing over and over again. Eventually, it's going to become just like riding a bike. You master it. You unconsciously can do it without thinking. Okay? So learn more about yourself and learn more about the skills that you need to develop, because these are things that's going to add more value to you, and it's going to add more value to others. Now, let me just hit on this real quick. What do you mean by learning more about yourself? Well, there's a lot of things that I, back in the day, and even up to this day, I said, well, why did I do that? I don't know why I said that. Why did I think that? We do a lot of things, and we'll go and we'll ask ourselves, why did I do that? Why did I think that? That's because we're always learning or trying to understand ourselves. So there is a book that I recommended in the Masterclass. I'm going to recommend again, and it's a very good book, and it's really for introspection. It's really for you looking within and dealing with yourself. Okay, dealing with your mind, dealing with how you think, dealing with how you act. And it's so funny that I said that the name of the book is Why You Act the Way You Do. Why You Act the Way You Do. And it's by LaHaye. It was actually one of the first books, one of the first personal development books that I read when I first got started in sales over 20 years ago, that one of my state managers gave to me before I started taking on offices for a corporation. And he said that you need to read this book. He said, when you read this book, you're going to understand a lot more about yourself, and you're going to understand a lot more about personal psychology, how others operate, how other people operate. But this book is going to show you, and it's going to show you your personality. It's going to show you your thinking. And believe it or not, we're all grouped into certain groups of understanding. We all have personalities that we fit in with, that we can be around, and we have personalities that rub us the wrong way. Like, I can't be around that person. I don't know why, I just can't. Then you got those people that are so annoying, like, oh, this person is so annoying. You don't know why. Then you got those people like, I just love being around these people. You got people, I just love listening to people. These people are my kind of people, and stuff like that. But then you have to learn how to interact with all people, whether they're the people that you get annoyed by, whether it's the people that you get angered by, whether it's the people that you love to be with, or whether it's people like they're so long-winded, I wish they just be quiet, or what are they talking about? They're so boring. You want to be able to become everything to everyone, like Paul said. You all say Paul, his name is Shalom to us. But anyways, Paul said, learn how to become everything to everyone. That means basically learning how to identify and be able to talk to everyone at whatever level they're at. But how are you going to do that if you're not comfortable with you? How are you going to do that when you're not comfortable with understanding yourself, your personality? So one of the things is Tim is actually a Christian, and he is a Christian author. I think he actually wrote some of the Left Behind books or something like that. But this book came out way before that, because him and his wife used to do like marital counseling. She did a lot of marital books, The First Years of Forever, or maybe that's her book, but she did a lot of books like The Power of Praying Wife. I think that was her. But there's somewhere in there where they did a lot of books together and apart. And you want to make sure that you go and look at this book. This book, I think, was written back in either the 70s or 80s. Yeah. But it's a very good book, and it's a very good read. You should take your time. There's also there's an actual mindset or personality quiz in that book that will help kind of measure and show you where you fall at. And it also helps you to understand the things that you need to work on and the things that are going to help you reach out to others and understand where they are and how you'll be able to reach them at the level they're at. So with that being said, I'm going to drop a picture of the book in the chat when we get finished with this, so that if any of you want to order it, you'll be able to see the title, you'll be able to see the author. But I really want to thank you today for being on this live with me. Like I said, it's my first time recording. It looked like it went pretty well. I'm going to watch the replay and see. But I'm hoping and praying that you were able to get value from this. I'm hoping that this was thought-provoking to make you kind of rattle your cage and shake you and make you understand that, you know, you attract who you are. You attract who you are. If you're wanting to be wealthy, if you're wanting to be a multimillionaire, billionaire, if you want to be the type of person that's speaking before crowds, if you want to be the type of person that has helped millions, counseled millions, coaches millions or thousands, in order for you to do that, you have to become something great. And that's what we're talking about, how to get that mindset, make it into a greater mindset, make it into a growth mindset, make it into a mindset to where you can think clearly, that you can understand what level people are on. And you can not only understand them, but you can help them to understand who they are and how they can reach higher with just what they have. So let's get started today. Let's understand that you have everything that you need inside of you. One, let's develop a heart of gratitude and understand that we have so much to be grateful for. Number two, let us develop a heart of thankfulness that whatever the Creator has given to us is greater than what is great, is wonderful, and it's enough. It's enough for us to get started. It's enough for us to complete. It's enough for us to begin to develop and just do that one thing. Even if it's that one talent and we have more than one, let's just do that one and get started. And last but not least, let's develop a mindset to grow. Let's develop our mindset to want to have a growth mindset. Let's get involved with learning who we are. Let's get involved with learning new skills. Let's get involved with reading new books. Let's get involved with making our library, a larger library. We can learn from other people. We can learn and grow our capacity to understand and to teach and to add more value. Therefore, we can help more people. And I pray that you share it. And I thank you so much for your time. And as always, Shalom, y'all.